Hello, guys. Welcome to today's stream. Um, I think we've had 2 weeks of international football, and I wanted to do a video. Unfortunately, there is no one else with me available, so I've decided to do this video on my own. Uh, yeah, so I think we've had about 2 weeks of international footballs. Most of the countries playing 2 to 3 games, and having another international football in 1 month's time. Uh, because we already had international break in October and now another one in November. This is kind of very controversial for a lot of clubs, a lot of teams, and there is a lot of impact because coronavirus is reaching second peak across the globe, and that seems to be having a lot of negative impact. Just to give you an idea, Arsenal, uh, El Nani, and Kolasinac will be isolating Crystal Palace's Luka Milivojevic, Mo Salah, Matt Doherty. All of those guys have come into contact with coronavirus, or some of them have tested positive, so they will have to isolate, which is risky. Uh, so they are going to be missing at least this Sunday's at least this Sunday's match, if not the next one. So that is one of the impacts. This is just in UK, but overall globally as well. A lot of players have tested positive for coronavirus, and even if they haven't tested positive, they might have come in contact with someone. For example, Edison Cavani might have to isolate because Luis Suarez and few of the other guys have tested positive within the Uruguay team, despite him testing positive previously. And these tests are only done for now. There is a possibility that some of the players might test positive when the Premier League test results come in over the next few days because all the players are returning today and will most likely have COVID tests. This is just on an international level with the amount of uh, COVID COVID related impact. But going further than that, there is also injuries that have come about. For example, uh, most popular one is Jordan Henderson and Reese Williams. The reason I'm going to Liverpool is they've had tons of injuries. Almost whole of their backline is out. Robertson is also presumed to be out. That means Joe Gomez, uh, Virgil van Dijk, and um Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. All four of them are out, meaning whole of their backline's out. They're holding midfielder or box-to-box midfielder. Jordan Henderson's out, and their team captain, who was all of these guys, were quite pivotal in getting their championship last year. So that is also quite a big impact. Other big names include Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell. He was out with a back injury. So there is a lot of impact. Even Ryan Brewster, he also pulled out of under 21 squad. So there has been a lot of injuries, and that is a lot of clubs are going to suffer because of these injuries. So the bigger question is, do you think that these international games are kind of worth it? Because yes, I understand these were they were most of the clubs were playing for National League. Considering COVID restrictions, should they have cancelled the National League and just gone on with whatever's going on and just continued with the club football, giving players a lot more time to rest? Because I'm just looking at the clubs that are in Europa League or Champions League. Since the start of the season, they've been playing 2 games a week, including during the international breaks, if because most of the players in the top teams are going to be playing for their home teams. With the amount of travel involved with Champions League, even for international, like uh, Thiago Silva, he has joined Chelsea this season, and he was out in Brazil doing international duties, and it is going to be back today. Same with United's Alex Telles, and some of the United and those teams have squad depth, but some of the newer teams or newly promoted Leeds or even West Brom, they don't have the squad depth. and they, I think, are going to suffer significantly because of the impact this COVID-19 is going to cause, as well as these international duties. So let us know your suggestion on what you think. Do you think international duties, international games during the middle of the year and in the middle of coronavirus as well is worth it, with the injuries, with the pressure that it causes on players? The For example, Germany lost with uh, they lost 6-0 to Spain. So do you think players' performance, their confidence also gets impacted because of the international duties? For me personally, I don't think this international time, those 2 weeks were needed. It would have been better if there was a football game within a week for clubs and players had more time to relax and train better. That has better impact in terms of the football that is being played, and also the positivity that it brings within the clubs. There is also a lot of other, because when the players meet up with their uh, team managers, like the Pogba controversies and a lot of rumors come about, a lot of players become unsettled, or their rumors of them being unsettled comes to light. So overall, it is quite a tricky situation for both clubs and players. They don't know where to go, what to do, and with internationals, it is quite complicated. So my personal opinion, or what I feel, is there is no need for international, at least right now, at least until the seasons finishes. There is no more international. But even for international purposes, I think it is a waste of time. If, for example, Euros are not going to happen next year, then that is another thing, that National League wasn't of no point either. So why are they going through a lot of these matches just for the sake of putting internationals and getting players together? Because it spreads virus and players are going out of their bubble, causing more risk and more coronavirus risk even for the players and their families. Please let us know your thoughts and give us a like or subscribe to our channel. And thank you very much.